Sydney's been placed on alert for serious flooding tomorrow, with potentially 2 months' worth of rain forecast to fall in just a few hours. That's up to 200 mils or 8 inches. It would be the city's highest November rainfall in more than 40 years.
Gearing up for a wild and wet Wednesday, the State Emergency Service has 3,000 Sydney Metropolitan volunteers. It's expected most are about to be needed.
If conditions eventuate as they have been forecast, we'll be seeing the worst flooding for several years.
Satellite images show a big low pressure system brewing extreme weather.
With this low, we're expecting quite heavy and intense rainfall to develop along some parts of the Sydney coast.
Torrential downpours of up to 200 mils in some areas, 2 months of rain in a day or less.
That will cause flash flooding, particularly in the Sydney Basin. That's going to impact on the people that are commuting around.
Flood warnings are current for almost every part of Sydney, and especially the south and west, and anywhere near the city's rivers, including the Parramatta and Nepean systems. Drivers are warned to stay out of floodwaters, a major cause of deaths in these conditions. Police have gone even further.
We're asking all road users to perhaps reconsider the need to be on the roads throughout what will be a severe rain event tomorrow.
The worst of the weather is expected to coincide with the morning and afternoon peaks. Not just flooding, but strong winds too. Gusts expected of up to 90 kilometres an hour, making falling trees in softened ground a real danger. And transforming today's perfect Sydney beach conditions.
We also expect those strong winds to whip up quite hazardous surf.
But the rain could help to avoid switching on Sydney's desalination plant. Significant falls into the Warragamba Dam catchment are possible.
And Chris Marr joins me now from Heathcote. Chris, what does the SES believe will be the biggest challenge?
Mark, it's a sadly familiar list for the SES and residents in these southern suburbs. Now, we can expect fallen trees smashing through roofs and onto cars, bringing down power lines and causing possible outages. While electricity workers are on standby to deal with the power, SES volunteers could be flat out cutting up trees and rigging tarps on leaking roofs. Their swift rescue units will be ready to help anyone stranded by floodwaters or swept away in cars. Now, that last hazard they can't emphasise enough. Don't be tempted to drive through floodwater, no matter how big your car. They say frequently people can drown that way. It's a totally avoidable risk. Let's hope tomorrow people do the safe thing, Mark.
Yeah, here's hoping, Chris. Thank you.